Hello, learners. Today we are going to talk about a concept of sociology. Let us see the introductory part of what is sociology is. So today's topic is the nature of sociology, that is the introduction to sociology. Myself, Nurul Huda, Assistant Professor of Ghulam Ahmed College of Education. Sociology is popularly known as the science of society. Auguste Comte, he has been a Frenchman who has traditionally considered sociology to be the father of sociology. So he said that he was being accredited with the coining of the term sociology in 1839. Let us see what is the epistemology of sociology. Sociology is composed of two words, socius, logos. Socius means companion or associate. Logos means science of study. Sociology is the science of society. No other science endeavor to study in its entirety. Basically, economic studies man as a wealth we get or wealth disposers and inquiries into the relation of the wealth and welfare. So when we speak about the history, it deals with the human past in accordance with the time, order, or culture. Definition of sociology. According to Auguste, the founding father of sociology, he defined sociology as the science of social phenomena which is subject to natural and invariable laws, the discovery of which the object investigation. According to the Kingsley Davis, he said that sociology is a general science of society. And Harry, he has opined that sociology is the science that deals with social groups. So, Marshall, he said that it is the study of man in relation to men. Well, when we speak about the nature of sociology, it is an independent science. The social science, it is also a social sciences and not a physical science. It is a categorical and not a normative discipline. It is a pure science and not an applied science. And it is relatively an abstract science and not a concrete science. So when we generalize, it is also a generalizing and not a particularizing or individualizing science. It is both rational and empirical science. And it is a general science and not special social sciences. What is the subject matter and scope of social science, sociology? Let us see. Firstly, we can find that the major concern of sociology is social analysis, sociological analysis, to analyze the factor and forces underlying historical transformation of society. Next, we can see that sociology has given sufficient attention to the study of primary units of social life. Then we can find that it has given importance to the development, structure, and the function of the society. Fourth, we can find that it ignores the fundamental social processes but plays a vital role in social process and cooperation, competition, accommodation, and assimilation. So, fifth, we can find that sociology has been placed as a premium on the method of research, wherein they come into conclusions for having meaningful concepts, propositions, and generalization. So when we speak about the sixth aspect of sociological aspect in the subject matter, it says that it has formulating concept and propositions and theories, which basically uh, extract the concepts which are abstract and concrete experiences to represent the class of phenomena. So finally, we can say that sociology is an era of explosion of knowledge wherein the sociologies are being mentioning about it. When we speak about the scope of sociology, according to V.F. Calverton, he has commented that since sociology is so elastic, it's elastic science. Basically, it is so elastic in nature. It can find that it can determine the difficult boundaries also, and can also explain the beginning and the ending of what how the process begins. So basically, sociology is has become a part of psychology, which is called as social psychology, and this social psychology has become sociology. So interchangeably, it has been used. So basically, where the economic theory becomes sociological doctrine or biological theory becomes sociological theory, something which is impossible to decide which is what. And when we speak about the in detail about the scope of sociology, we have two aspects. One is specialized or formalistic school, and second is the synthetic school. So the specialist or the formalistic school is been led by German sociologist George Simon, wherein he had opined that sociology is a pure and independent science, wherein the social relationships such as competitions, subordination, division of labor, all these aspects are being studied, and it is having a different fields of social life like economics, political, religion, and moral, artistic factors being taken into consideration. So, according to the work handed, he said that he is a German scientist who have been working on sociological aspect, wherein he have given the ultimate form of mental or psychic relationship which links men to one another in society. So, be dealing with this according to the cultural sociological background, it actually encompasses the cultural evaluation, so which can we can confine, we can say that the discovery of fundamental forces can be persistent and the historical studies can be more concentrating in nature. So according to Max Weber, he said that the aim of sociology is to study the behavior and the human relation with the behavior as they are maintaining. So this classification of type of social relationship was being given by Max Weber. Then criticism, when we criticize this, both the schools, that is, the view of formalistic schools are widely criticized. Some critical remarks may be cited here. We can find that the formalistic school has unreasonably narrowed the field of sociology, and sociology should study not only the general form of social relationship but also the concrete content. And the distinction between the form of social relation and the content is not workable. So social form cannot be abstracted from the content at all, since social form keep changing with the content is changing. And third thing what we can see here is sociology is not only the science studied the form of social relationships, but the it is the interaction or the laws that have been stipulated for the development of the society. Last, we can see that establishment of pure sociology is basically talking about the development of the individual and as well as the group, and they are emphasizing on the interdisciplinary approach. The synthetic school, when we speak about the other school, that is synthetic school, this is the second scope of sociology. It is conceived as sociology of synthesis, wherein it is synthesizes the social sciences. Basically, we can find that the special social sciences, wherein or it is a pure social sciences, it is synoptic or encyclopedic character. So the main argument of the school is that all parts of the social life are intimately or interrelatedly connected. The views of Emily Durkheim, basically the starters of this school of thought says that the sociology is having three major divisions. That is social morphology, social physiology, and general sociology. What is this social morphology? Morphology means, as we know, the study of structure. Basically, similarly, when we speak about the social morphology, it is talking about how the life of people is being structured and what are the problems that they are facing around. And when we speak about the social physiology, physiology is the study of the functioning of the organs. Similarly, social physiology is basically a branch of sociology of religion, wherein the morals, laws, economic life, language is being studied. General sociology can be regarded as the philosophical part of sociology, which is dealing with the general characteristics of society. The view of Morris Ginsburg, he said that sociology have categorized into four. First one is social morphology, as we have already seen here. Here he is talking about quantity and quality of the population. When we speak about the social control, he is talking about the formal and informal means of social life. Then social process, he is speaking about the different modes of interaction. Then social pathology, it is speaking about the maladjustment and the disturbances that have been existing in the society. According to the Ginsburg, he has summed up the chief functions of the sociology, which are as follows. First, it speaks about the classification of types and forms of social relationship, and he have also determined that relationship between the factors of social life and also the factors which are influencing the social life and the fundamental conditions of the social change. He has been speaking about that. So basically, the uses of sociology, we can find that it is the study of synthetic way, it is the study of social nature of man, power of social action. It is basically known, not what is not known, to known to unknown. It is contributing to society significantly. Basically, the social institutions at the relationship at the individual, it is playing a major role, and it is also we can find the teaching of subject is very useful basically to understand the social structure of the society. Sociological knowledge basically helps us in understanding and planning of the society. It creates the instincts or the intrinsic ability to dignify what is the life they have to lead. So basically, according to Professor Giddens, he said that sociology tells us how to become what we want to be. Sociology as a social science, when we observe sociology, tries to determine relationship and interdependence between the different elements like social life, moral, religious, and political, intellectual, and philosophical aspect, science and technological aspect, and aesthetic, and as well as non-materialistic aspect. So analyzing these influences is nothing but the sociology as social sciences. So, what is the emergence of social sciences? A brief history here I want to give. So, we can find that the thinkers, writers such as Herodotus, he was known as the father of history. He has also given the importance to the emergence of social sciences in the form of sociology. So, basically, we can find that the political, social atmosphere is it means it is and means expressing it, or it is showing the importance of life style in existing society. So according from the ancient time itself, we can find this concept of sociology is existing. Kautilya, the authority who have written the Arthashastra, he have also mentioned that in the good treatise, it is written that different areas of social sciences which are more than 2000 years ago. So we can find that even from the ages, the concept of sociology is existing. The impact of Revolution, that is French Revolution and the Industrial Revolution, we can find that in the 19th century, most the order of twin has blown, wherein in French Revolution and Industrial Revolution have taken in the 19th century, and we can find that the old social order on the kinship or the land, social classes, religion, locality, all these were the we can find that they have found out a new ways to live, and they have reconsolidated the element of social order. So we can find that these two revolutions which has taken place, it has not only changed the face of the society, but also the consideration of human life. Now, when we speak about the intellectual and philosophical tendency of social sciences in the context of sociology, wherein we have spoken about both the revolutions, we can find that they have taken in the 18th century in the Europe, and we can find that intellectual and philosophical wave is still existing in the present era as well. So, what are the different types of intellectual influences? There are three types: impact of positivism, second is evolutionism, third is humanitarianism. So let us speak about what is positivism. Here, positivism is implied to as appeal to science, which is the relevance of science. So here we can find that the positivism is basically talking about the rational thinking, virtual institutionalization, and ideal science. So basically, we can find that the adopt the fundamental method, and they usually go for the understanding of the society in a positive manner. So when we speak about the humanitarianism, it is very distinguished with the current situation. So science of society, as we say, sociology, basically it is talking about how the humanism, how the welfare of the human, how the societal welfare can take place, how to improve the lifestyle of the needy and the poor, how to protect the children, how to save the women. Then evolutionism, which is another aspect of this, what we say, now the basically the intellectual influences, we can find that the evaluation is basically giving importance to the intellectual influences, which is making everyone to settle to the social life, the idea of development, the idea of social structure, how the societies can be evaluated. So in this way, we have seen that how the social life, the sociology is playing a major role in making the societies to run in a smooth manner and to make the societies more acceptable. And basically, as we have seen, sociology is nothing but the science of the society. So with this, I end my session. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and hope we have understood the concept of what sociology